wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up, I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
Oh my God. Y'all just caught me. Unlike Coach Rob DeLoach, Coach Julius Hall. Huh?
Now you was froze, but you good now.
Oh, okay. But again, y'all caught me. Unlike Coach Rob DeLoach, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Bernard Brown, I don't have anybody to cook for me, so y'all caught me while I was eating something. So we're glad to have y'all. We're live. Bam. We back in the lab. We're live. Ebony Sports Reporters. We got Coach Rob DeLoach on the phone. He's headed to his house. Coach Julius Hall is right here. Coach Bernard Brown, I don't know where he's at. He's probably at, getting lemon pepper wings or something like that, because y'all know how he is.
I know where he at. He's somewhere swiping his darn credit card somewhere, and it ain't, well, hey,
Talking about he helping somebody get through college. He's trying to help several people get through college. That's what he's doing, trying to help people get through college. That was Coach Bernard Brown. He is such a philanthropist that he helps young people get through college. All females get through college with regards to his credit card, Coach Bernard Brown. And let me say this, Coach Rob DeLoach is also assisting in this process too, because they were in Miami. That's what they were doing, swiping cards.
But we didn't. We had somebody following them, but then they lost them, so they must be knew that they were being followed. So I heard they went to Club Coco or something like that.
Ooh, because Coach DeLoach is real slick. He went to the beach. Because the beach picnic this weekend right here. It's the beach picnic this weekend.
Oh, beach house picnic?
Yeah, it's this weekend. It's on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Guess what? They got the game at the island, so ain't nobody going out there.
You heard him?
I want to go to that game. That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but they playing at the island, so ain't nobody about to ride out there.
I need to see that one.
Y'all, excuse me, y'all don't want to support the school? I thought y'all support the school, Beach High alumni.
Where they at?
That's what I thought.
Tell him no matter where they at, that's where he's supposed to be.
They are the Beach High alums are Die Easy fans. They are Die Easy fans. Die Easy fans. If it don't suit their needs, then that's what goes on. So again, this is open right here. This is a spade type. This is wild card. This is wild joker, all that. This is hot. So I got to throw this question out to y'all. What is more powerful, Punani or Kobe Bryant's lesson? What is more powerful, Kobe Bryant's lesson or Punani? And I got to throw it out there because everybody know what has happened. I'm saddened by this. Ime Udoka, coach for Boston Celtics. So again, is the Punani more powerful than the lesson that people should learn with Kobe with regard to all this right here?
Well, is that question posed to me or to Coach Rob first?
Oh, both of y'all, everybody, well, even the audience. Which one's more powerful?
Punani is really powerful. You hear me talk about it in a different terms. In the sports world, you have to be real careful because these girls are out there to trick you. You see what happened with Deshaun Watson with 24 of them. None of them called the police, but they all called the lawyer. None of them called the police, but they all called the lawyer. So they got to be real careful. With the coach at Boston, I can't say his name real good because he got an African name. Um, that little patch of hair is very powerful. And I talk in those terms so y'all understand what I'm saying. That little patch of hair is very powerful. It'll have you doing things that you wouldn't ordinarily do, men and women. So you have to be very careful when you're in that type of environment or that type of work space. Uh, uh, you can't violate your contract. You got a contract. So you got a contract that tells you that you can't do these things. So why in the world, with the money he's making, why he just didn't tell her if he wanted to do that? He should have told her, hey, why don't you quit the job or something? I don't know, but that little patch of hair is very powerful, Jamal.
Yes, sir. And Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts on that? While we send you the link to the email address you just sent to me, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob DeLoach?
Well, I'm still waiting for the results to come out. I think it's more than that.
Okay.
Because I listened to Stephen A today as well, and you and I know as well, there's way more of that happens in the workplace than people want to give credit to. So I'm gonna hold my spade until there's more information, because we'll talk about this. We'll have this circle back in another week or so.
Okay. So I was gonna say I'm hoping that it's not real, and so now, Coach DeLoach, I'm just trying to make sure about the email address that you sent to me. Is that exactly how I spell? Because I'm thinking it has an E in it. That's why I didn't know if it needed to have a T.
Hold on, let me see what I sent you.
All right. Okay.
He's from Beach, everybody. He's from Beach.
Yeah, these are the E's and the T's mixed up.
Oh, partners. Okay.
Yeah, I told y'all. He from Beach. I told y'all.
Don't type it on the phone, man.
I'm just saying, and he probably ain't got his glasses on. He trying to be all brand new. He know he need them glasses.
And a dog.
and I know I have a disability, so I don't even front. I know I need my glasses, but yes. So
I need to get the scrap put on mine and get mine closer to my eyes.
So yes, sir, we'll be sending this to you just in a second, Coach. But again, like I said, I'm having concern with that when we see our athletes, just like you said, Coach Julius Hall, we have seen athletes, we've seen Deshaun, we've seen Kobe, we've seen these experiences, and now we see this situation right here and being played out, and that even if it is innocent, not knowing, it may not been say a physical sexual relationship, but the violation of some of the things that may have happened. So again, and putting yourselves in that position, and just like you said, when y'all said it's about money, it's about, when I say money, not about somebody seeking the money, but that's your job. And so we live in this environment right now with the Me Too element coming into play, so everybody gets concerned, and now people use that to their advantage. So that's why I say again, I'm curious to see it. I'm hoping that it's not like that.
I'm hoping it's not like that either, because, I don't know what it is, but I know Bernard wanted to be on here because he made a few comments today on our group chat. So I thought Bernard was coming so he can talk about this, but he
The
and
Negro's
Neil Long,
scared.
yeah, for real. Yeah, he's scared. He under the bed. That's what they say you was the other night, huh? Who they say was under the bed? Somebody was under the bed. Bernard. No, they say Bernard. They say he's still under the bed. But Neil Long, he's with his girlfriend is Neil Long. They've been together since 2011. So they've been together for over 11, 12 years now. And they had a child in 2015, and they aren't married. And she refuses to marry him. So what is the reason why she refuses to marry him? She says she's not marrying him. And this has been years ago when she said it. So I guess with him understanding that, well, hell, she's not going to marry me. Shit, I might as well do what I want to do. They probably got an agreement like Will and Jada. Who knows?
But again, dedication, and a part with regards to this for me, what bothers me is that just what you allude to, and you put it out there, that when we now start talking about having relationships and having relationships as entertainers, relationships as athletes, we're out there in the forefront. And though it goes back to when Barkley said that no, he's not a role model, others say not. Yes, you all are role models, and that some of what comes into play. Though again, going back to this adage that said, "What is done in the dark will come out in the light." And that situations like this, because we're going to come out in the light. And when you are an entertainer, you are an athlete, it becomes even more glaring. And so not to say that I feel bad as a race with regards to this, but I'm saying just with regards to how we are to function and what the images that we see being put forth to other people. Where then we look at about accumulating as many lemon pepper wings as possible, as Coach Bernard Brown and Coach Rob DeLoach like to do. Accumulating much lemon pepper wings and helping many people get to college. Again, tuition assistance, as they call it. That's what they call it, tuition assistance with their credit cards. So, yeah. So, this is, again, role models. And so we have some young athletes that are in our midst also. And how do we address that with them? How do we guide them with regards to that? And Coach Rob DeLoach, you still on the phone? Or did you see the link yet?
Yeah, my wife, she's signing on, but I'm still on the phone.
Oh, okay. So I guess we'll wait till we see you face to face. I want the public, the viewing public, to see you when you talk about some of this right here. Because we're going to put you out of the spot first. But then again, we'll let everyone know that this is Ebony Sports Reporters. And this is a wild card night right here. Wild card night. We're going to throw a lot of things out there. Pittsburgh and Cleveland are playing tonight. And what's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Julius Hall? Because, again, Coach Rob DeLoach, we know he's depressed because of Dak right now, but we're going to come to you first. Coach, he just hung up on me. B-Top Bulldog. That's what they do. That's what – oh, hey, Coach.
What's up? Yeah, Doc. Hey, Fuchsius Lewis is playing on ESPN. He played for Georgia State. They're playing Coastal Carolina, so he's playing as well.
Coastal Carolina, Georgia State playing right now?
On ESPN too.
I thought that was tomorrow.
That's playing right now, 24/7.
Coach,
24/7.
Coach, look, we were going to get into all that, but can we like, you know?
Well, you jumping around, man. I didn't get the agenda. You said it's Wild Card Thursday.
But I still got some order. So now that's what we got you right here. And I want to say this right now, because you got a number of young men. You got a number of young men who are athletes. And Coach Julius Hall has a number of young men around him. How do we address some of this right here with regards to the situation that, again, not to say that we are saying that at least it's put out by Ime Udoka, that at least what it appears that, again, there's an issue going on. How do you address this with young men, young male athletes, and I say probably go with female athletes also, but how do you address this? How do we address this with them?
I mean, you got to honestly sit down and have the conversation. You know, I have with my boys in particular, they tell me that, you know, there's a lot of distractions out there, especially when you're playing at that level. It's a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle because all it takes is one to allegedly say you did something, and it doesn't matter whether you right. That happened with my youngest son last year up at VCU. He went to a party and you know, college kids that go to parties. And he said they hadn't been there but maybe 10 seconds. And some girl came out talking about he did this to her and did this and all that. And who name did they blast all over the social media was his. So, you know, we ended up going to court and supporting him. And then it got thrown out because she didn't want to step up to the plate, you know. And it's like certain things we know these kids are going to do, especially when you raise them right. And you know, it's just unfortunate that they have to prove themselves innocent, even in social media. It's just a different time.
And Coach Julius Hall, you're familiar with someone, and Coach Lowe's, you're also familiar with someone by the name of Lamar Owens Jr. With regards to the situation that arises with regards to him. And how do you think, because in particular, now we're throwing it out here to the parents who are watching, who have athletes, who have young people who are going to be making moves and will be away from you, will be away from your care and your guidance. Coach Julius Hall, what do our athletes need to understand, and I should say their parents need to understand about with regards to informing them on what they do when they now move into this other realm that, again, where they don't have mama and daddy around anymore?
Well, what we have to understand is that these kids are young adults. There is a hormone that is inside of them when it comes to a physical attraction to the opposite sex. You can't do anything as a parent when that child is away and that girl is kissing on his neck, or that boy, star athlete, is kissing on her neck. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Things happen. As far as with Lamar, we wish that wouldn't happen because he was on the road to being a stellar athlete and probably in the NFL. And we knew that, one of the things that we have to tell our kids, especially when you come from a different environment, is that when my mom, and it might sound a little off track, but I know somebody in my family used to tell their kid, if she don't use the same comb as yours that you do, if she don't use the same comb as you do in college, don't bother. Wait till after college, because you get caught up in all kind of things. They get embarrassed if they get caught. The girls do. And they might get, and then somebody might be teasing them. Then she going to make all kind of accusations. So, you just got to be careful. All you can tell the kid is to be very mindful. You try to have that relationship with them where they bring the girl home to you, or the young man home to you, so that you can meet them. Because if it's opposite races, this is America, and things happen, and things get thrown out of context and context. It ain't what it really is, but sometimes they make it what it is, and they make it so that they can punish who? We always the one being punished. Why? So I don't know. Ain't much we can do. These kids have to grow up and experience life just like we did. We teach them all we can before we send them off and turn them loose, and then they have to just use judgment and control sometimes, and that's hard because this hormone kicks in, and love is the most powerful force in the universe. Is love. Nothing trumps love. Nothing. And so they go to feeling it, and they thinking they in love, and they get that feeling, that hormone kicks in, then there's trouble. Sometimes good trouble, sometimes bad.
In the past academic year, I do believe that there was a local athlete who was in South Carolina at the Citadel who also got caught in a situation, and that matter, I think, is still pending with regards to that. So again, we are saying to parents who are out here right now, uncles, aunts, family members, guardians, coaches, please make sure that you are guiding, putting information into the head of your athletes, males and females, with regards to how they might need to conduct themselves. And so we're going to move on to some other athletes also, some local athletes right now that are doing some things. And one of them we know is a academic star. And so he was supposed to go to Herschel V. Jenkins High School, but his father prevented him from going there. And so his name is Kalen DeLoach. I still have the newspaper article that he was Defensive Athlete of the Year in Chatham County, but he was supposed to be going to Jenkins, but his father because of hate, decide to have him go to another school. So, Coach Rodilla, oh my God, Coach Rodilla,
He's there.
I apologize, Coach. Uh, Coach Rodilla, can you share about this academic star? We're gonna discuss some other things about him too, but we throwing it out there right now to y'all. He is an academic star, an athlete, scholar athlete for true, as we say.
Hey man, I'm numb to the fact when I saw it today. I was just, we talk about his academics, and like most of these kids say, "Daddy, everything's good." But you know what that means? I mean, they're doing enough to get by because you don't ever see it, especially from the boys. But when it's posted for the whole world to see, then evidently he's taking care of stuff, on the field and off the field, which is a good thing. And I'm excited for him, and hopefully he can be a role model to some of these other kids that understand you got to have a balance between books and balls, and still got to still put in the work. So we're extremely proud of his achievements, and then hopefully he can continue throughout the school year.
Yes, and he plays for Florida State University. And so there are some other athletes, that some of them at Central Michigan, at Georgia State, at Tulane, at North Carolina State. And so, Coach Deloach, can you discuss some of these athletes? And again, one is playing right now. Am I not correct? Oh, I need to let y'all know this too. This is an exclusive right now. Only on Ebony Sports Reporters are you going to hear this information. Only on Ebony Sports Reporters. It is not any other media outlet that's right here or around the entire country. This is exclusive for Ebony Sports Reporters. So we go ahead, Coach Deloach, and we'll let Coach Julius Hall chime in too, because he got some stuff he got to say.
So you got Fuchsius Lewis, another kid that trained here, at the gym, played at Calvary High School. He got injured a week before the first game, but tonight he's making his debut playing D tackle at Georgia State. So we pulling for him. His other brother scored his first touchdown as a freshman, Langston Lewis. And then we got the baby boy who is being recognized as a 8th grade All-American. Probably has the best genes of the two boys. So I tread on that very lightly because he's unproven at this point. But, we're excited about the kids that are doing well. We set the standard, and they're just upholding what we hold them accountable for.
And you also have one who's playing at Jackson State with Coach Deion Sanders. And
we have Rico Powers, and he's doing well. Scored a couple of touchdowns here so far this season. We have Jakeem Harris, who actually had an interception last week for NC State to save that game. And we also have Quan Dowse up at Georgia Tech that plays D tackle. Who else? DeMonte and James are up at Middle Tennessee State. And we have Jalen Rouse he's at Tennessee State. And I'm sorry, the other two boys at Middle Tennessee State University. So Dalen Dotson is doing well. Former Jenkins Warrior. He's doing very well. So, we're proud of these kids. And, when they come home next summer, next spring, then we'll put on the camp. And these will be the kids that are out here performing at a very high level.
And Rico scored a touchdown against FAMU.
Yep.
I thought Coach Julius Hall would be cheering that, but Coach Julius Hall, he can't do that because of Dr. Tanya Howard Hall, and because she's a Rattler, so he can't be cheering that, even though he's a product of Savannah. He's frozen. Coach Julius Hall is frozen right now.
I'm not frozen. The thing is this. I want to commend, and seriously, and this, with every fiber of my body, I want to commend Coach Rob Deloach. You are doing a service to this community, you and Coach Sam Carter, that not many people would do. Y'all, the conviction I see that you all have is the conviction I see that my coaches had in us when we were coming up playing Little League ball. Coach Freddie Freeze, and Puggy, and all of those guys who, Caveman that played for USC. All these people, they poured into us. And I see that y'all are pouring into these kids because y'all not only thinking sports, y'all are thinking education, academics, and that's awesome. And we need the example and the role model for how a father needs to be involved with their kids' lives. So we appreciate everything that you do. I just wanted to make sure that we tell you that.
Appreciate it.
But
I overlooked two kids. Eric Hicks Jr. played for Tulane, and then we got Omar Burroughs Jr. Playing out at Kansas. So Kansas game is sold out for the first time. Football being sold out at the University of Kansas. They
I
started.
know Omar.
Yeah, so his son is doing wonderful things, starting cornerback, and then we got Trent Broadnax at Duke. So Kansas and Duke actually play this weekend. So two kids from Savannah will be playing against each other. Should be exciting.
Them Burroughs boys, they had a bloodline that go back to Jesus. Because they had, remember Black Jesus?
Yes.
They all related.
Yeah, yes.
Black Jesus was nothing but the truth.
Yeah, man.
I remember playing against them. He played with Boys Club, and I remember hitting him head on. And all I saw was stars. I was like 11 years old, 12 years old, something like that.
Yeah, so we got them all over the country, and hopefully with this next group of kids, they can see, the foundation and just kind of take it and run with it to the next level.
And what we're doing right now, we're touting 2717, the factory. And because, again, this is an exclusive right here. This is the first time it's been put out there in the media like this, that you have just heard about athletes who are from Savannah, Georgia, Chatham County, Georgia, who are now around the entire country playing Division I football, and have been on television on one weekend. You have 5 of them one weekend, 5 of them on national television. And so what I'm going to now say and share with everyone, that what you're going to start seeing, you're going to see a line of athletes from Savannah, Georgia now, who are going to be playing professional football. They're going to be playing in the NFL, even the CFL. But I'm to let you know, and then some of y'all going to sit out there and say y'all were surprised. But what we're going to say on September 22nd, 2022, that Ebony Sports Reporters told everyone that you're going to be seeing athletes from Savannah, Georgia, Chatham County, Georgia, who are now playing professional football. Nobody will ever be able to take that away from us. Just like people look at the hotbed down in Florida and see those athletes now are playing professional football. Guess what? Savannah, Georgia is now on par. Chatham County, Georgia is now on par with regard to that. And it is tied to, again, 2717 and the factory. So again, that's an exclusive that we're letting everyone know that. I mean, you can act like you don't know what time it is. I'm gonna be like, we told you on Ebony Sports Reporters. Now,
run it back.
That's right. And we're gonna let you all know and say, and then you're gonna be trying to figure out how did this come about? It's because they have been dedicated, they have been true, they have been honest, and they have given the word not just to those young athletes, but to their parents also. And making sure that everybody's held accountable, not just letting people slide, but held accountable. Because as Coach Deloach says, this ain't for everybody, but I still can't get a gold letter shirt, and that bothers me. I'm letting you know that.
You got to put America. The work in, Jamal.
Whoa, Coach Julius! Oh my God! Oh my God!
You got silver. But it ain't gold.
You got a little bit more to go. You got too many balls during high school. They got to get your hands with some sticky glue, You're gonna be all right. Hold on.
Hey, you gotta get your weight up and wear that gold shirt, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, you gotta get your weight up.
Okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We move.
But what I say, Dr. Be careful what you ask for.
Woo. Okay. I have to go back and do a little Caesar stuff right now to Coach Julius Hall. Ete Brute. You too, Brutus. You too, stab me in the back, Coach Julius Hall. Ete Julius. Julius Caesar said that Ete Brute? You too, Brutus?
I will not stab you in the back. I was just telling you that you just got to wait a little longer to get your trophy. You got to wait a little longer to get your jersey, the gold. Now, I'll probably go there and get it a little faster because, I'm a natural born athlete,
Right.
Okay.
So
I start next month, too.
We're going to have platinum shirts, and then as we move up, then we elevate other people.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
And Ella say, great job, Coach D. Coach, great job. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get it together. Ete Julius, Ete Brute. Yeah, Coach. And my brother Grover Thornton right here. So now, and when you're going to say get the work done, let's just deal with this right here. You got Aaron Judge with the Yankees. He's gone for it. They're saying that the mark is tied to Roger Maris. Say Roger Maris. They say it's tied to him. That is Maris' mark that everybody's looking at, and they're ignoring all the marks from everyone else. What's your thoughts on this regarding Aaron Judge? And, they got the Maris family at the stadium, to follow him around. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
He got to hit 71 home runs. Didn't Maris hit 71?
61. Maris is 61.
I thought he hit 71.
61. No, they're knocking out Bobby and they're knocking out Sammy and Mark McGuire and all them. So they say all that. That's improper. Those numbers are not real.
I was gonna say because somebody hit 70, didn't it?
Right. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh well, they can't. The Maris family don't need to be there.
Exactly.
They need Bobby. They need Barry Bonds and everybody else family there. Those records are in our heads. That's why I just said I didn't know that until you said that just now. 6. I saw it and they say they show it every night. Like he only got like 10, 11 games left, and they think he's gonna hit 11 home runs. I'm saying he's not gonna hit no 11 home runs in the next 10 games. And so they're trying to get him to just hit one more. Oh,
that'll tie it. You got 2 to break it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so they're saying that that's the real record. So, Coach Deloach, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, they're trying to hold on to every little record that they got. Matter of fact, they don't even play records no more. They got everything on a computer. So, you know what I'm saying? Records are made to be broken. That's why you have them. But, what else they going to hold on to? You give us opportunity, that ball going out that fence, across that fence, out that gate, in the parking lot, in San Francisco Bay. So, hey, it is what it is. You just get chopped down. He might have been 3rd or 4th, and they go to 5th. But he's still in the record books. But, Judge is doing some amazing things. That's a huge young man. And if they were smart, why they even pitching to him?
They didn't pitch to Bonds in them.
No.
They pitched around them most times.
You know why they didn't pitch to Bonds? They didn't want him to break the record.
Yeah. But they pitching these little softballs to this guy.
Yeah, he might hit 5 or 6 more, if they pitch to him. Because on the flip side of that, hey, man, I'm going to shoot you a couple $1,000 to put it down here. I'm going to knock it out the park.
Yeah, and they want him to have it anyway.
Yeah, they want him to have it. So
it'll be great for baseball.
It's good. Yeah, they want the long. Oh, here we go again. The long balls. They want the long balls again.
Now they got a time clock on pitches.
Yeah.
You got to throw that ball in
so many
a certain amount of seconds, or you got a ball.
Yeah.
And they said that was tied to the game was becoming too long, and that again, this generation right here do not want to see long baseball games because baseball games even prior to this were much shorter, but they've now expanded it. And so now here go somebody who I do have respect for, Albert Pujols. That again, now they're saying he about to get 700. So then they said that put him in the category with regards to Babe Ruth and also Hank Aaron. Again, looking at discounting Barry Bonds. So what's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, I cannot discount Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is the number one guy for me. Pujols is staying around, and the boy can hit. He's under that speculation also with the rest of those guys. But you got to hit the ball. You got to be able to see that ball. And I don't think any asterisk needs to be by any of these guys' name, not even Pete Rose. Pete Rose did probably the most foulest thing, but I like Pete.
Lenny
Okay, so,
Dykstra. Lenny
huh?
Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra did the worst.
Both of them were betting, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Lenny was doing some other stuff too.
Oh, yeah, but Pete was betting on games, and he was the coach and the player. He can really control the outcome of it. But I still like Pete because Pete was a great player. You can't take the player away from it. You
Charlie
can
Hustle.
punish. Yeah, you know, Charlie Hustle was a bad boy, and
Charlie
Barry Bonds still, when you pitched that ball to him, he still had to
You got to hit it. Yep.
and he got to get it out. And why wasn't everybody else able to do those things? You know, so it just befuddles me when they go to wanting to put asterisks by people's name who have records, so they can always say this in the future that they didn't really break the record. No, Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter of all times. Greatest hitter of all time. Best swing of all time. Best swing of all time in baseball.
Over Tony Gwynn?
No, Ken Griffey Jr.
All right. Okay. All right.
That boy, he had a swing.
Yeah. But I'm saying Tony Gwynn, man, he hit for percentages. He may not hit it out the park.
Right.
You know, but he hit for percentages, you know.
Yes. So, Coach Delos, what's your thoughts with regard to this? That again, they saying Albert, when he hit 700, he's down the category with regards to Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron, and then discounting Barry Bonds and all of this.
Well, Pujols is stuck around. He's found a role where he can just be a designated hitter. I mean, he's smart. Like I say, it's not a pitch that he hasn't seen. But when these guys are, you know, getting to this level, it has to be on both sides, because why are you pitching to these guys? If you're actually trying to win, you're actually going to record books too. So, you know, at some point you can say, well, I was a guy that Albert Pujols hit a 700 home run. You know, so it go both ways.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And some people don't mind being in that history. So for them, it's like, hey, I was in the book, just like the kid that gave the ball back. He'll be forever remembered for giving Judge his 60th home run ball back. So it's, you know, it's basically personal preference on where you want to end up, on what side of the history you want to be on, the one that gave it up or the one that took it out. So I mean, I like Pujols as a player. He's always kind of carried himself in a professional manner, you know, but he's been around. So I hope he gets it. And the other thing that people may not notice, but Coach Sam Carter trained Albert Pujols.
Yep.
So I'm pulling for him.
And so, and he had to take him to the Jenkins High baseball field for the training. That's where he had to go and do that. That's where they did the training at. So again, I'm glad you brought that up, Coach Rob DeLoach. So again, I can go ahead and let everyone know. So yes, we'll move on to this right here. And I gotta try to find out. And I know Coach DeLoach, please work with us on this, because we know it's not about Dak right now. It's not about Dak. It's not about him. It's not about Dakota right now. Why are y'all hating on Carson? Why y'all hate on Carson Wentz like that? Why y'all hate on Carson Wentz?
Who?
And, excuse me.
yeah. Who?
So I'm talking about Carson Wentz, but then all the other, why y'all hate on Carson Wentz and Matty Ryan like that? Why y'all hate on Matty Ryan, you know, and Carson Wentz like that? Y'all hate on the Commanders and the Colts.
Really? We told everybody about Matt Ryan.
Matty Dry Ice. Matty Dry Ice, man. Matty need to be on the show with us.
We told everybody.
Man, the game done passed Matty by, man. He can't move around, man. Them boys are tough.
You get a receiver killed.
Yes.
That's why Julio got the hell out of there. He was throwing crazy balls, getting the man.
Okay. Yeah. To the Falcon fans out there, y'all hearing it from Coach Julius Hall. Falcon fans, y'all hearing it. So yeah.
You certainly are hearing it, because Matty Ice is a bum.
And some people are saying that if Carson Wentz is not able to make it right now, his career is finished in the NFL. What's your thoughts on that right now?
He taking up Colin Kaepernick's spot. Cap should have that spot.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Carson Wentz, his history. Who cares? Carson Wentz need to be gone.
Who does he play for?
For one of these other quarterbacks.
He plays for the Commanders, the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. They ain't commanding nothing. That's what I'm saying. They ain't commanding nothing.
But he's been given chance and chance and chance. Now, and again, and I'm glad Coach Deloach brought this up. But how many African American quarterbacks get that same type of opportunity where he has been replaced over and over again? Even with regards to Jim Irsay saying that it was basically a bust with regards to him being in Indianapolis. And so he still gets a chance to now play in Washington. I think that's a statement with regards to the NFL and where we are today.
Ain't but one quarterback of that persuasion that I saw didn't get a second chance. That was Drew Bledsoe.
Okay.
They told Drew to get the hell on.
That was, if Drew didn't get hurt, we wouldn't even be hitting up by Tom Brady.
Right. Tom Brady was in on it.
Tom Brady was one accident away from winning 6 Super Bowl, one injury away from winning 6 Super Bowl, and that's what happened. The man Drew Bledsoe, because you can't replace Drew Bledsoe on the field.
No,
he got hurt. Tom came in the story.
Rest is history. Drew came to the Cowboys, it was worse.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now we're going to talk about another injury to a quarterback. And that's why when it occurred, I said, I got to ask y'all this question about this because this is interesting. Trey Lance, with regards to his injury out in San Francisco. So I'm curious about, do you all think this is tied to conditioning, or what do you think is tied to? Because again, not having played a lot, as people go and say, and I tried not to buy into that with regards to other groups when they say this, but do you think that comes into play with regards to his condition because he didn't have the many snaps in college and then because of COVID and other things like that? What's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Deloach?
Well, a lot of these early injuries because a lot of the veterans didn't play preseason. And for whatever reason, they was trying to protect them. And then when you get into the real game, when everybody's moving at 110 miles an hour and you've been just being in practice and watching on the sideline, you can't make those adjustments. So it's pros and cons to sitting these veterans out. I mean, same thing with that. And all these guys is getting injured in the first couple of weeks because they hadn't been on the field.
Okay. And Coach Julius Hall, do you think San Francisco wind up lucky with regards to what happened with Jimmy G not in place and saying that they probably have a better opportunity to even make it to the Super Bowl? What's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
They're not going to no Super Bowl. San Francisco is one of my 4 teams. But they're not going to no Super Bowl. In regards to him being hurt and not playing, they made the game too soft. Where you heard of you don't play in the preseason? Where you heard of you don't take snaps because that's what you're getting paid for? That's like, I don't know. I can't even make a comparison. What the hell? You're paid millions of dollars to play the game. You got huge insurance policies in case anything happened to you. So play the game. Let these kids play the game. They're still kids. They're only 24, 22, 23. Some of them 20, 21 years old. So let them play the game. They make the NFL has made the game soft as hell already. It's too soft. We used to take somebody's head off. Now you can't even touch it.
No.
We used to celebrate. The celebration is a part of the game. Now you want to throw a flag every time somebody's taunting? Really? What kind of sissy stuff is that?
Well, evidently, Mike Evans didn't get the email.
Yeah, Mike Evans didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Evans didn't get it.
Yes.
That's Tom Brady.
Yes. And so, what's your thoughts on the game tonight? We have Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Again, a rivalry, as they go and call it, which we know is not a real rivalry. But again, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob DeLoach, with regards to Pittsburgh and Cleveland?
Pittsburgh got to decide what quarterback they're going with. They're going to go with Trubisky, or they're going to come in with the young kid. And they got to get the ball to Pickens. He's the most athletic wide receiver they have. I think the Steelers, I think they'll be 500 this year. This may be one of Tomlin's toughest years to coach because he's had Roethlisberger for almost 20 years. And then now you got to make a decision. But, I mean, they're a gritty team. Cleveland, I don't know how far they're going to go, with Brissett as a quarterback. But I'm looking forward to Deshaun Watson get back on the field. And then we'll see. It's still early.
Okay. All right. Coach Judy Hall, what's your thoughts on with regards to this?
You really want to know?
Yes, sir.
Give a damn.
What the hell were they thinking about putting Thursday Night Football on Amazon? I mean, I got it. I can watch it. I can go when the game over. I mean, when we over the show, I'm going to watch it. I got Amazon Prime, but I mean, you're taking it away from people who don't have Amazon Prime. What the hell wrong with these people? What they thinking about in the NFL? How much money you want? And they ain't really, I mean, Jeff Bezos got more money than God, they say, but still. Oh, man, I don't know what the hell they thinking about putting this thing on Amazon.
Prime.
Well,
the advertisers say you all can get 30 days free Amazon Prime. Try it for free, 30 days, and you can stream it. That's what they say. That's the advertisement that they say. Richard Sherman and everyone. So, yeah.
That gets you 4 games.
Mm-hmm. And so, but they'll make enough money. That's the thing. Because, again, believe me, money's being made. And so we now move on this. There's some, not necessarily sad news, but it's some news that we have to go. It's tied to a defenseman in the NHL. PK Subban is retiring. He's retiring. Again, a great defenseman in the NHL, even though sometimes Coach Judy Hall has an issue with me talking about hockey. But again, PK is retiring and he's going to probably go into the booth. So I just want to throw that out there. But guess what's going to happen? Bronny James about to come to the NBA. They're lowering the age. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Judy Hall? Lowering the age from 19 to 18. Now, at least that's part of the conversation.
First of all, y'all gonna have to help me with this one. No, first let me address PK. Who the hell care about PK? And then the second thing is, Bronny ain't ready for no NBA. He ain't NBA material from what I've seen, so maybe y'all need to straighten me on this end. I saw him. He might be ready for the B League or the D League right now and then come on up, but I don't know. Rob DeLoach, help me with that.
It's sad because just this week, I don't know how Dr. Jamal missed this, Amani Bates was the #1 high school player, Gatorade Player of the Year as a sophomore. And now he's being arraigned for having guns in Eastern Michigan. So when you put all of this pressure on these young people, now LeBron is probably, he's a professional. It's different than when you're having a daddy trying to make a name off of your son through basketball or any sport. LeBron has managed his boys or his young men very well. But, kids have played against Bronny. And because of the name, he'll get a chance. Now, he's going to get his head tore off, because all the ones that, especially now, they coming at his dad. You imagine with his son? Man, please. He'd just be like Deion's son that played at University of South Carolina that you don't hear about no more.
And Michael Jordan's sons.
Oh, who? Them wasn't his children.
Exactly.
Them definitely wasn't MJ children. She took the money and ran because it might want the blood test. She was in trouble.
Oh, Lord.
Jamal, that was the time. That was the time for the end. That's what I
Oh,
was
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, at least, and again, we're not saying it is for Bronny, but that's what, again, the NBA now considering saying 18-year-olds now being able to come in. Adam is like saying, giving some thoughts, and so people got that now in their minds. That's it. That's in the radar with regard to their minds, with regards to all of this. And so it's going to be interesting to see if you have, say, another Kwame Brown coming out. That again, that you see someone coming straight from high school and being able to play, which we're going to say that it's got to be rare, but that at least that option is not out there. And
but
so
the game is different than it was 10 years ago. You know, no hard fouls now. You know, so it's all about entertainment.
Kwame Brown. Excuse me. Yeah, Kwame Brown was he was just a little too early. He should have been able to come in now where he can go to 27-17 and get the training that he needed because he wasn't tough enough.
And
he wasn't in his mind, he wasn't tough enough either.
And he got hands of a newborn baby.
Yeah.
He had little 6'11" with little baby hands.
Yeah.
You know, Kwame couldn't palm a basketball.
Yeah,
play with Vaseline on his hand.
Yeah, he was just a little too ahead of his time when he should have been waiting to come in now so he could have got that conditioning, that toughness. Because when you got that type, you know, Purvis got by because Purvis was a little bit more agile.
More skill.
Purvis wasn't hard enough either.
Well, you got to think Purvis played in the band now before he played basketball.
Yeah.
And Coach Love found him on Wheaton Street. Hell, he was the tallest thing on the park.
I'm going to say this right here. We're about to close down on this segment of Ebony Sports Reporters. And I need to say this right now. To everyone in Glenn County, the opinion of Coach Julius Hall and Coach Rob DeLoach are merely their opinions. Merely their opinion. It is not the opinion of Ebony Sports Reporters. Kwame, we know what everybody say about you. Even people who try to talk, they know better that Kwame put them hands on you right now. So people know you don't fool. Even Stephen A. Smith, and everybody told him, you don't fool with Kwame, but Kwame right now. Kwame is gangster. So again, Kwame, we respect you and love you, brother. You from right here. You Glenn County. You right here. You right on the coast. And I was going to leave it like that. I'm going to say to Never Nervous Purvis, guess what? The opinions of Coach Julius Hall and Coach Rob DeLoach are merely their opinions. We know nothing about you being in the band, and we're not going to say nothing about you being in the band.
Oh, that's my guy. But I'm going to leave on this note. How did Jenkins feel last week when they went up to Carrollton?
That's another story right there. I was going to get into that.
They cheated, y'all?
Yes, they had cheated, but also what transpired is this, that I'm going to send a letter to GHSA and also copy it to the Board of Education and say Jenkins should not be classified 5A, because again, what they're trying to use the numbers, they're going to say because of engineering students that are there, those students are not athletes. So again, you let BC get away not going up there. But then you basically put Jenkins up there as a sacrifice. And so now Jenkins alum, I know some of y'all going to get mad with me because I'm going to put that out there. That's know some of y'all get mad with me, but it is absolutely correct that Jenkins should not be 5A. And so now when this happens and Jenkins yes, it's the largest school in the county, but guess what? Some of those students are not going to be athletes. So again, they should be 4A. So I'm going to go. That's why, again, see, this is exclusive. We're putting it out there. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to see how many of y'all going to support this, right? Some of y'all going to say, oh, no, if that's what the principal want and the AD for Chatham County want, that's what y'all going to do. Y'all going to go along with it. And instead, you're destroying the morale right there. You can't even your stadium that you did, you let that happen and nobody said anything. But again, I'm getting off my bandwagon with regard to that. And I should let you know it's the truth bandwagon, but I'm gonna get off it for now. But yeah, Jenkins should not be 5A. But guess what? We sitting right here in this county, we're allowing that to happen. So Coach Rob DeLoach, I was gonna bring it up. Yes, It is merely the opinion of Jamal Touré. It's merely Jamal Touré opinion. That is correct.
Producer, you did great. You did great. That is the opinion of Jamal Touré, not Ebony Sports.
That's right. Because I had a conversation with some people about this, and I told them, I said, y'all told me this because y'all know I'm going to send this letter to GSSA and copy them at Jenkins. I know some of y'all going to get mad about this, but that's the truth. Good. That's how we set our children up for failure.
Coach Rob, let them keep going in the 5A getting smashed.
Oh!
Listen. That ain't for everybody.
Oh.
You don't. Unfortunately, you don't even have staffing to compete at 5A.
Exactly.
There's no knock on the coaches that are trying to do their best, but you got to have resources. And if it was on social media yesterday where Gainesville High School had meals in between classes for the kids outside of lunch, full meals, everybody in the county is bought in on the football program. They don't have girls fighting girls from other schools, and no, they don't have that because they have a solid football program, a school for the leaders and young people who understand that, we're going to set the example, and it's going to be through the football team.
So we're gonna do that. Again, it has nothing to do with Ebony Sports Reporters. Again, it's just Jamal Touré, and so that's what happened. And then we're gonna get Coach Julius Hall behind us on this, right? Because he's gonna be leading the charge also with this. So yes, and this is Ebony Sports Reporters. Glad to have you all. We'll see y'all next week. Again, we say share, and we say to parents. Make sure you guide your children who are athletes well so they understand it's not just about the field work, but as Coach Rob DeLoach said, not just about the balls, but it's also about the book work also.
That's correct.
All right, gentlemen.
We'll see y'all. Peace.
I like that.